Okay, let's start with the basics. Now I'm going to show you one by one the most important item for any trekker is the shoes. I hope everyone can hear me. Can you all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So the shoes are the most important item. These are high altitude shoes and very lightweight, very lightweight. So these are very important because I have friends coming from different countries and then they bring their own shoes from that country and they are heavy and they couldn't trek. So they might be cold resistant, but they should be lightweight also. So always buy locally whatever is available. Many times we think that we have good equipment and because we have gone to Alaska and whatever, and then we end up struggling to trek because those items are not meant for a trek. They're meant for going on a ship or going on in a vehicle. Here we are trekking. So that's why we should always think of lightweight materials. Everything should be lightweight. Please put your videos on so that I can see you all also. Now the next important item, very important, is the socks. Now these are not ordinary socks. These are anti-blister socks. So they're available in Decathlon. All these things, most of them are available in Decathlon. And Decathlon are very price sensitive. They're very cost effective. They're not expensive and they don't get spoiled fast. Like these are vital for a trek. They stop you from getting blisters. The maximum blisters are avoided by this. And if you use normal socks, you cannot trek. So these are very important. Next, we go for the socks which are needed when you're sleeping at night. Now, these are not to be used when you're trekking. They are used when you're sleeping. You remove your shoes, wear your woolen socks, and ladies can use fancy socks. Men can use plain socks, up to you. But these are needed only for covering your feet in the night, and they are lightweight. But don't use them when you're trekking because you will get blisters. So this is where your experience comes. And a lot of people have the painful experience of not buying anti-blister socks. You stick to your feet and don't allow you to skid also. So that's why they're very important. And when you use normal socks, you get blisters and you skid also. So these are very important. A lot of people don't buy them thinking that they are not important. And then middle of the trek, they realize that they cannot trek. And I had to give them my socks and then they realize the difference. So it's always better to buy and not regret. Next important thing is a collapsible hat. You can pack this. This is very easy to carry. It's very lightweight. You get this in almost any shop. You ask them for a collapsible lightweight hat. This is very important because in the heat, you need protection. Next, you need a bandana. Now I'm showing you different types of bandana. This thing balaclavas. This is not correct. This is woolen, so you should not be using this. So that's why I'm showing the difference. You should use something which you get with the closed neck. The neck is very tight, closed neck, and you get this in Decathlon. The problem in Decathlon is you get different types of materials. So they are not experts on that. That's why you have to understand what you need. You get an open neck balaclava and you get a closed neck balaclava. Now this is a monkey cap. It's called balaclava generally, and this is of Gore-Tex material. So it dries up very fast even if it rains. And it's much more warmer than a woolen balaclava. So this is very important. This protects you at night, early morning, and in the late evenings when you're trekking. And this goes even into your waist pouch. Now, what is important is you need a waist pouch for all your activities. Sorry. I'll show you a waist pouch. Anyway, we'll get to that. So this is another item which is very important. Without this, you cannot do the trek. So that is one thing. So the upper clothing is over. You can use a muffler if you want. That is optional. That is really optional. If you have the space, then only you use this. If you don't have the space, don't use it. Now, this is important for a bigger trek. If you're going on a 15-day trek, this is a 50-liter haversack. Don't go beyond this. The moment you take a bigger haversack, you cannot trek. Now, this is one of the most vital things which we are carrying. Many times you don't get porters. Many times you don't get porters. You have to carry your own bag. That's why you have to think lightweight and carry lightweight. If you take a big bag, nobody is going to help you trek with it. And you'll struggle, you'll just throw it away. So don't do that. Now, the other most important item is the 20-liter or 30-liter haversack. This is just a plain haversack. This is not available in Decathlon now. This was a very old piece. And there, what we do is we zip it up. We get a tailor to stitch a zip so that you have maximum area covered inside. So what we do is we use this for our normal treks. Like Amarnath Yatra, you cannot carry this because there are no portals there. You cannot carry this. If you're doing Satopant Yatra, you cannot carry this. Even Kailash, the maximum days when you're trekking, you cannot carry this. It's too heavy. You have to carry this. That is why you need both. But for a small trek, like Amarnath Yatra, which is only 3 days of trekking, you don't carry a bigger haversack. This is when the bigger haversack is when you're doing 15 days of journey, whether you're trekking 15 days or not. You have to carry that because you need more things to carry. So this is covering your haversacks, and that is very important. Next, we come to the clothing. Now, suppose you are doing a trek like a chadar trek. Chadar trek is not very high. It's just at 10,000 to 11,000 feet height. That is not very high. So you are not climbing up, so you don't get tired in that sense that you are exhausting and you're going out of breath. You don't go out of breath on a chadar trek. But because it is very cold, you're walking on ice, actually ice. So you need a longer down jacket. This is very long. It comes up to the knees. So for different treks, you need different items. Right now, we need just a lightweight fleece jacket, down jacket. Now the down jacket is very, very light, whereas a fleece jacket is heavier. This is a fleece jacket. The material is different. So a fleece jacket is used for lower altitudes, like Babaji's cave and all that. Something like the lower, like Simla or say Manali and all that. And above 6,000 to 8,000, you can use this. So for a trek of Babaji's cave, you can use that. Now there are different fleece jackets. Some can be with short sleeves, so that your hands can come out and then your hand sleeves. Some are long sleeves. So that is up to us. Now the next important item is the pant. Now there are different types of pants. Now this is a lightweight trip dry pant. So for all your trips, now we can wear different, we can carry different pants. But I generally start from Mumbai with this pant. I don't wear a normal pant because that much of weight, jeans weigh more. As you trek, you realize that every item which you carry is important in terms of weight. Even my toothpaste is a small toothpaste. I even carry my dental toothpick, which is very important for trekking because we don't generally have the same hygienic conditions when we're trekking. So this is very important to remove the food particles from your teeth, between your teeth. Otherwise, your teeth get spoiled. So this is very important. Then you need something like this. This is your soap, your liquid soap. So don't carry your normal soap. You should remember one thing, no bathing when you're on a high altitude trek. You're not going to take a bath for 15 days, 20 days, whatever, till the trek gets over. So this is the soap you're using, and you use a tissue which you get anywhere in any medical. This is for wiping your private body parts, and that soap is for using soap. So this is important, and these are very, very essential. Now the next item, since we are talking about that, is oral rehydrants. Oral rehydrants are very important because we get dehydrated. So we have electron, we have different oral rehydrants which have better taste compared to electron. So these are needed for a trek. Then you need vitamins. Now, even now, before you trek, you can start using vitamin C, which is 500 milligrams, You take it in the morning and you take it in the evening after food. Now this improves your stamina, improves your health, and then you get ready for the trek. I'm not showing Dimox because I don't have it now. I buy it fresh, but Dimox is needed. You have to start using it 3 days before the trek, 3 or 4 days before the trek, so that your body gets used to the used to Dimox. If you don't do that, when you take Dimox in the last moment, you start getting the side effects of Dimox, and those are very uh, stressful. Like you feel like vomiting, you feel nauseated, you feel like urinating all the time, you feel giddy. Some people don't get any symptoms, some people get all these symptoms. Some get some of the symptoms. Your body becomes numb, you get irritable. Like during a trek, we generally become irritable. So that is where your conditioning, your mind, mental conditioning improves. Because as you keep trekking, your mental strength increases. Now, this is a small soap which you can carry in case you are not used to a liquid soap, something like this. But a liquid soap is always better. Now, the next important item is your goggles. These are very important because thinking that we're in the Himalayas, we generally avoid goggles and then we get the glare. And these are snow goggles. This can be put around your neck also. I can open it up, hold it. Now, this is the advantage of trekking in different places. You don't get this in Mumbai, you don't get this in Decathlon. You get it in Nepal. So whenever you're trekking, wherever you're going, and then you put it around your neck so that even if you bend, it doesn't fall out. So try to be trek conscious and buy items like this. I bought it in Nainital. This knife is available only in Nainital, and you need a pocket knife. I can just fold it and put it into my purse. In fact, in when I went to Lhasa for Kailash Yatra, the immigration authorities, the security couldn't find this. This concealed knife they couldn't find. I went to Lhasa, finished the yatra. While coming back, they found it and they confiscated it. But I went through and I also didn't know where it was. But this is better in your wallet. So that is the advantage of trekking in different places. You start collecting things from different places. And this is very sharp and very effective. You need a knife to cut your vegetables, your fruits. You even get a folding type of fork. This I collect from the aeroplane. So it's lightweight. People who want to eat noodles and all and don't want to, sometimes you don't get water to clean your hand. That's why you need something like this, and this you can wipe with your wet tissues. So all these items you have to keep collecting. It doesn't happen overnight because as you keep trekking, you understand that a trek is not easy. It requires a lot of lightweight material, and that is where you become conscious about what you're carrying. Ideal trekker is one who even borrows, begs, or steals the toothpaste of the fellow trekker. I have a trekker who doesn't even carry toothpaste because it's heavy. So every gram is counted. Now we also have to carry something like Fevikwik in case our shoes get ripped off, or in case some part of the like those goggles sometimes break off. So this is essential to stick them up. Temporarily, they have a benefit. You also need those who get headache and those who are not used to traveling, trekking. You need a crab band so that your ankles get this thing. You can put it around your head so you don't feel, you don't get headaches and all. You can also use a cap like this, which is good for high altitudes. So you are using this in winter or when it's cold, and you're using this when it's hot. And these are all lightweight. So these are various things which we need. You need a deodorant because you're not taking a bath. You can use a spray for your shoes, and you can use this for your private part because obviously there's no question of taking a bath. The moment you take a bath, you are finished. You get high altitude sickness, and that can even lead to death. So that's very dangerous. Now you go to shirts. This is my t-shirt. See how lightweight it is and how compactly I've packed it. I'll just open it up. This is a drip dry t-shirt. So I can just dry it. I use a rope, a small rope, which is double my waist size. I tie up the end so that it gets knotted, it doesn't come out. It goes through my pant loops so that the pant doesn't fall off. Remember one thing, when you're trekking, you tend to lose weight. You tend to lose weight radically. So your pants start slipping down. So this is very, very essential. In fact, a lot of people ignore this, thinking it's not needed. Middle of the trek, they go to some shop wherever possible, and then they buy it. Sometimes you don't get anything. So it's always better to be ready. And you can also use this as a clothesline because you have to dry it at night. That's why all your items, your pants, your t-shirts, your bandana, this is for your neck. Your neck also has to be protected. So you're wearing it over your neck so that you don't get the cold winds and you don't get the hot winds also blowing into your neck area. Now, this is something which a lot of people need when you are trekking. This is not to be used in the daytime because you will get tired. See, your daytime clothing are just the t-shirt and the pant. But at night, when it becomes colder, you have to use this. This is your regular, what do you call it? You get this in all the shops. Forgetting the exact term because I hardly use it. That's uh, that's essential. I'll put it in this thing. I'll tell you when I remember. And you can also, if you can, take a poncho, which is a woolen poncho. This is in the high altitudes when it's cold. Now, the most essential item is the poncho, which is a rain poncho. This is very, very important. It rains, and when it rains, it's horribly cold. So you need a rain cap. So and all these are lightweight. Please do not carry a heavy poncho. You can throw it out after 1 year, but don't carry a good quality one, which is very heavy. You will not be able to trek. This is the rain jacket. Now, a rain jacket goes over the poncho. So your rain jacket and your poncho are one size or two sizes bigger than your body because your haversack goes inside them. Your lightweight haversack goes into the poncho and into the jacket. So you're wearing a double layered rain wear. And this is your rain pant, which is also very, very lightweight. So all these items are meant for a trek. They are not meant for a biking tour. They're not meant for a jeep ride. So they are always lightweight. So you have to have rain protection. Otherwise, you will catch high altitude pneumonia, you will catch high altitude influenza, and they can lead to death. See, the very reason why I don't take people on high altitude treks, I was not ready to take, is because people think they're going on a picnic. They don't understand that this is a dangerous terrain where you get snow bite, frostbite, and sunstroke at the same time. It's hot and cold at the same time. We don't realize that it's cold in the daytime, but we can still get frostbite. And at night, you can really have problems if you take a bath. Your energies are finished and you get high altitude sickness. You get brain swells. So you get brain edema. So there are different problems which we get if we don't have the proper equipment. Another very important item is your gloves. You cannot do without them. And please do not buy ordinary gloves which are cheap. Here, this is a matter of your life. So you can't compromise. These are waterproof. And they're good quality, they are waterproof. So water doesn't get into your hands. You cannot even zip in or zip out of your clothes when your hands are numb. At night, when you have to remove your clothes and then get into the bed, you cannot get into the bed. Somebody else will have to help you out if you have this. And a lot of trekkers go without gloves and then they have a miserable time. You get normal gloves like this, which are used in the daytime when you're taking a photograph. So they have that application where you can use your phone for taking photographs. So this is needed when you're taking photographs. But these are needed when it's raining and when it's early morning. See, most of the time we'll do early morning treks or late night treks also. Like the Himalayas. When you're climbing Mount Everest, you don't climb in the daytime. Nobody climbs Mount Everest in the daytime. They do it at night. So that equipment is totally different. It is much more cold resistant than what we are using. But depending on the height, you have to change your clothes. So these are very important things. So I've covered most of it. I've covered your shoes. Yeah, this is your pouch. So your headlamp, which is very, very important. Don't please buy a big headlamp like a miner's headlamp. You're not going for coal mining. Otherwise, your head will start uh, paining with the weight of the headlamp. So this is very lightweight, and it has different types of light focuses, and it's very, very important that you get something. This is very essential because sometimes you need to go out for all your activities and it's dark. So that is when you need this. And when you're trekking also, this goes in your small haversack or into your waist pouch because this is a very, very essential item. You can actually get lost if you don't have this at night. And of course, you wear different colored clothes. See, like something like this, different t-shirts of different colors, so that you are easily visible to other people. That is very, very important. Please do not wear something which is this color because you blend with the surroundings. People will not see you from a distance. Yeah, a lot of people say that you shouldn't use multicolored clothes because the animals and birds get scared away. But I would say when you're on a trek, you're not going bird watching, you're going in a desolate area where people are very sparse. The population there is very, very less. You will hardly find people. So to find where you are, you need to wear clothes like this. So that is more important than scaring birds. So we have to be very careful of what we wear. If you're going bird watching, that's a different thing. If you're going for a fight, then you're camouflaging yourself. So you're not going for a fight, you're going for a trek. So please let us be practical about what we're doing. Now these are shorts. Like a lot of people like me, we're used to high altitudes. So we feel hot even at high altitude. So I'm used to having shorts and then I wear them and then I get sleepy. So this is what it is. Now I've covered everything. We have just 10 minutes. If you have any questions, please you can ask. And if you want to, uh, uh, if you want to, you can unmute yourself and talk. If you want to continue, we can again go into the same link and then continue. But actually, I've covered most of it. And if you have any questions, you can put it on WhatsApp also. So, any questions, you can unmute and talk. Yeah. I think everybody understood everything. That's good. See, some of us have already trekked, so they know from painful experience that you should follow what is asked. And you should wear what is asked. That's very, very important. You can't wear your tennis shoes or your running shoes and come for a trek of high altitude. You can't wear your normal clothes and your woolen clothes and come. You will catch high altitude sickness if you wear woolen clothes. I think there are no doubts.
Then Yoshita here.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Do we need to? I mean, I'm speaking about the trek in the November one. You know,
Yeah,
where we are
any of
going
the
for
treks. Any of the treks.
Abadi's cave.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and my question to you is: do we need to take some little training before we go? I mean, I have never been that kind of a trek. I
Yeah.
do go on
That is
treks.
why, no, that is
But,
why I insist that you go on a trek locally in your city, wherever it is. If you are in Pune,
yeah,
go.
I went last week.
Yeah,
When I went last week. So
yeah,
I
so
could
keep
see
doing
like,
that.
you know, I had held hands to climb a little steeper ones, you
Yeah.
know, wherein
Yeah.
I could not do on my own,
But keep
you
doing
know.
it. Keep trying.
Yeah, keep
Keep going
trying.
with a
Yeah.
group of people, group of
Yeah,
friends, go for
correct.
local treks
Yeah.
because that helps.
Yeah. That,
And when you're
yeah.
trekking, that's why we have a group. So when you have a
Yeah.
problem, somebody or the other will help you.
Yeah.
And remember one thing that I always lead from behind. I'm the last person during a trek. So then there's no chance of a person being slow and then getting lost and all.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that is one big advantage that the leader is always leading from behind. So you don't get those problems. But the more you practice, the more you become fitter. And please remember one thing I forgot to mention: all your clothes go into a transparent plastic bag. See, when we're trekking, generally it becomes a mess. We don't find what we want. That's why you need a transparent thing so you can see what you want and then take that particular item. When you're on a small trek, you need few items. Like just 3 t-shirts are enough. But you're going for a 15-day trek, you need more t-shirts. But your pants are the same. But when you're going for a higher altitude like Everest Base Camp or Annapurna Base Camp or Kailash Yatra, you are also carrying a snow pant, which is more thicker and which is more cold resistant. But that is not for a Chardham Yatra. For a Chardham Yatra, your this thing inners. I forgot the name for this, but you'll all know this. Atul, what is this called? I forgot the name.
Thermal, it's called
Thermal, yeah.
thermal.
Thermal wear. Yeah, correct. So
Yeah.
thermal wear is for night time. Please do not wear thermal wear and trek. You cannot trek because the moment you wear something very uh, cold resistant, your body circulation goes down. You faint off. Even your shoelaces, you are not tying them tight because you faint. So don't wear these during the daytime. You will not be able to trek because there's no body circulation, blood circulation. So these are meant only for night. And that too, people like me, that's why I don't even remember the term. I never even carry them because I don't need them. My body has become so cold resistant. Even at Mount Everest heights, base camp, I don't feel cold. So that is what happens when your body keeps going to high altitude all the time. Your body resistance goes up. And one more thing is you have to use ascorbic acid tablets because your mouth starts getting boils. So all these symptoms come when you're going on a high altitude trek. So these are available in any medical store. Ascorbic acid is just vitamin C, but this has more of ascorbic acid than the normal vitamin C. So these are things which we need to know. Yeah, sorry. Any more questions? Pouches are very important. You carry 2, you carry 3, but you need that. Your whistle. I don't know where I kept my whistle, but you need a whistle. When you're lost, you keep whistling and then we find you. And please, when you're lost, do not move around. Don't panic and then move up and down and helter skelter. Just stay where you are. It's easy to find a person who is at one place than to find a person who is moving all the time. It is impossible to find a person who is moving. And please do not hide under trees and all if you're lost. Come out into the open so even a helicopter cannot see you if you are hiding or below trees. Come out into the open so people can see you. A lot of people die during floods and all that because they hide under trees. When you are in a misfortunate circumstance like a disaster, come out into the open areas where people can see you. That is very important. And don't keep running around. You cannot panic. You shouldn't panic. So these are very important. Any more questions? That's why we trekking in a group. Don't trek individually and then try to show that you are a great trekker and then move ahead of the group. Or don't be too slow that you are much way behind the other group, the whole group, and the group goes ahead of you. So you should, that is why practice is needed. You should match your speed with the other person, with a group of people. That is where your leg control, body control should be. That comes with practice, nothing else but practice. Atul is already an experienced trekker. Atul, please give your comments on your experiences so that people understand where all these things are very important.
Very good evening to everyone. And I was lucky to trek nearly 5 times with Ajay, like Sandakpur at the highest point of 18,000, Adi Kailash, Om Parvat, Valley of Flowers, Hemkund, Badrinath, and lot more. But
Adi
our dream
Kailash.
is
Yeah.
Adi Kailash. Our dream is spending of Kailash. Let's see when it happens.
This year it might happen because we have somebody was asking. We have a window till August end.
Okay.
If that we cross and we don't get permission, then we can forget it for this year. Now,
Okay.
because of the
Let's see.
border disputes between India and China, the chances of the Kailash Yatra are bleak. For 4 years, they have not done that. In fact, the Indian government also does not want us to do it because they can trap us at Kailash and then use us as hostages. So that is the reason why India is also hesitant to send yatris into Tibet, because of the, like Atul knows, we have seen helicopters carrying big artillery guns, taking the guns to the border. In front of our eyes, we are seeing ammunition being crossed over, big ammunition, the shell, not guns ka shell, you see, and big guns. So that is the situation in the border. So please don't be in a rush to go to Kailash. Unless it is safe, the Indian government will not allow us to go. Forget the Chinese permission, the Indian government will not allow us. So this is for our safety. So it might open, it might not open. But whatever treks we can do within our country, please, and other countries like Nepal, Bhutan, let us do them and enjoy them. And if Lord wishes, Tibet will become free. You can see how things are happening worldwide, how Tibet is coming into the limelight. And once it's free, we can always go to Kailash later on. So let us not panic and then try to do Kailash when we cannot do it. We cannot, they won't allow us right now. But we have a window till August, so let's see. Yeah, any more questions?
Yes, the more important
Yeah,
topic
yeah,
is follow to be a successful trekker and enjoy the trek. Please follow Ajay's instruction. I would use very shortly.
Trek very light. Carry very essential things like a deodorant, and forget, even if you don't have a deodorant, it's okay. Everybody's nose gets blocked, you can't smell. The only time when you can smell is when you're descending and when you reach civilized areas. Then you can always buy one even if you forget, or borrow one from your friends. But don't take a bath thinking that you are stinking. You have to become high altitude resistant, and that comes by forgetting a bath. That is very important if you want to survive. So certain habits we have to change.
And most important, I feel lucky, blessed with Raja.